morning. Welcome to the channel, Taking the Bathroom. The bathroom is on the place where you can play with your gadgets in peace. On this channel, we do product reviews and also some tutorials. Want to support the channel, guys? Go ahead, look in the description of the video and pick out one of our video courses. Look, we teach you how to make six figures, or if you want to learn how to sell internet, that's right. You can start your own internet company. Teach you exactly how I sell hotspots, guys. Three different methods that I use to sell hotspots. And like I always say, man, a lot of my students are making $5,000 to $7,000 a month. All right. So as you can tell, guys, just want to kick it with you this morning. As you come in, give me the thumbs up. The early bird gets the worm. You already know how it goes, man. Monday morning on the grind again. We start off early around here. So uh mainly just give a little channel update, what we got going on. So this week going to be dropping two IPTV reviews. Uh, the last IPTV review I did, guys, got a little feedback on that. Some of the people is having problems downloading the app, but it's simple. The only thing you have to do is just put in the URL that I mentioned in the video. That's why it's important that you actually watch the video and don't just play 1 minute of the video. Put the URL and download it, and it's going to give you options to download the um, the app. They have more than one app. All right. So as you come in, give me a thumbs up. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. My weekend was pretty good. If you're looking at the thumbnail, you're probably wondering why I have that thumbnail up there. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. That thumbnail up there, guys, is just an example of how easy it is to make money. So there was a deposit from the Rockefeller Philanthropy Group. All right. So basically, they're they're paying me, all right, to sit on one of their advisory boards, and so that compensation of $3,500, which is the thumbnail of this video, is simply for me to get on Zoom calls or telephone calls to help one of the organizations that they're funding to spend $1 million. So it's Puerto Rico, Louisiana, Virginia. I think it's like about Hawaii. So I think it's like about 7, 8 states or something like that. Groups that we help to identify to receive funding on their work around um, social justice and climate change. This is something that I think people need to be made aware of, is that no matter what you do in life, you have an expertise, all right? And I'm not a scientist, okay? I'm not a scientist or whatever. I don't work for a foundation or whatever. So why are they paying me $3,500 to advise a group that they're working with? And the answer is simple, guys. They're paying me because I use my skill set, my people skill set, right, to help influence individuals in my community. So therefore, when someone wants to come into my community, they have to go through me. And in this case, it's Rockefeller, right? They have to go through me, and if they go through me, there's a cost associated with it. And that's why I'm always preaching to you guys: know your value, right? Set your value and hold firm. You can get paid simply from giving you advice. That brings me to the next question. What do you know? If we try to measure ourselves up with other people, give me a thumbs up as you come in, guys. Now we try to measure ourselves up with other people, right? Then what we lose in that process, we lose what we know. I recommend, guys, especially Monday mornings. I always look at Monday mornings as a fresh start, right? A new beginning, A new week, everything happened last week is gone. Have an opportunity to start again, right? So a new week, don't mind the hands. You already know we wash them a lot. Um, a new week, a new opportunity to do something different. What did you do last week? So we got to do a deep dive and say, what did I do last week and what didn't work? We got to do a deep dive and say, exactly what do I know? What do I know? That there's no degrees, bachelor, master's, doctorate, or anything that I submitted to the Rockefeller Group for them to pay me $3,500 this weekend. No degrees. Only thing I had was a track record of being able to communicate. Basically, they pay me to talk to people. They pay me to work with other groups. They pay me to give advice on how people think. Now, how do I know how people think, and why am I able to be so successful at getting foundations, right, and organizations to use my consulting company, right? How? Simple, simple. What I told you guys last week. You got to talk to people that don't look like you, that don't think like you. You have to understand everyone in your community. Now, when I say community, I'm not just talking about where you live, play, and worship, right? And work. When I say community, you can be in a niche, right? Let's say you're selling a product. You can be in that niche. That niche can be a community. If you're selling hair products, eyelashes, or whatever, then that beauty community, right? How do the people in your community think? Once you develop the ability to communicate with people in your community, then someone will always be willing to compensate you. And it's simple, man. It's simple. It's easy. Talk to people that don't look like you, don't dress like you, don't talk like you, right? Give them a thumbs up as you come in, guys. And don't believe what you believe. And as you talk to those individuals, now you're gathering data. That's why I say I'm very analytic. Now you're gathering data. Okay, so you don't go here, or you don't go there, or you don't eat this because of that. Once you get that because of that, now you know how to form a strategy to steer an individual towards a product, towards a place, towards a person, or into steer them into doing a certain thing. All right, simple. But first, you gotta do a deep dive and ask yourself, what are you good at? Everyone, everyone wants to be a prolific speaker. Everyone wants to be an awesome business person. Everyone wants to be the next best thing. But it all starts with understanding your strengths. Understanding your strengths. So my strength is comprehension, being able to take complex matters and break it down to where the average person could understand. That's my strength. All right. Now, can I do other things? Yes, but that's not my strength. So when it comes down to doing other things, what do? I outsource the job. When you find yourself trying to do something that you're not strong at and you're trying to build a business or a relationship, what's going to happen is you're going to become overwhelmed. That's why every successful person or every successful digital or physical mentor that I ever had always told me that, hey, you have to get a team behind you. You definitely have to get a good team behind you. So if my strong point is not budgeting, right, then I'm going to get someone that do budgeting. Now you can hire somebody to do that, or it can simply be if you're married, your spouse. That sometimes people in the house have one person pay all the bills. All right, um, or or if you on the board, then the treasurer of the board. If you belong to a church, then one of the people that works in the finance office, right? You can always solicit the help of somebody that's good at something you're not. Good morning, Tada Service. So it's very important before we decide to start this entrepreneur journey is that we understand ourselves first. That's a big part of being successful. Is understanding yourself first. Me, I'm a type of person, man, is that I don't have an off switch. As good and as bad. Once I get something in my head, I can't sleep, right? I can't eat, I can't do anything but trying to accomplish that goal. I'm a Leo, we always on the hunt, trying to accomplish that goal. And that's good because I'm able to get a lot of things done to where other people they just give up. So I have this knack, this stick to itness, okay, that help me be successful in certain areas. But it also can be my downfall because I get so overwhelmed sometimes with trying to basically solve problems that other people haven't been able to solve. All right. And so what tends to happen is I tend to burn myself out. I tend to burn myself out. So I know that about myself. It's important for you to know your weakness. Now, the way that I make up for that is through my wife. My wife is the one that brings balance. Hey, nah, you've been on that laptop 4 hours. You've been on that laptop 5 hours. Hey, you've been working on this 3 days. Like, hey, no, shut it down. So, knowing yourself, knowing your strong points, knowing your weakness, and having individuals or bringing individuals onto your team to create balance is exactly how you're going to be successful. Now, some people might call that grinding, be like, yeah, man, it's grinding, man. I've been up 3 days. And don't get me wrong, man. There's a time and a place to where I literally have been up days at a time trying to accomplish something. But your physical body can only take so much, and then what begins to happen is you become useless to that project, right? That you are to that task or goal you're trying to achieve. All right, because physically you just can't do. You only can do that for so long. That's why you need individuals to bring it balance. So that's a long story or explanation of why the thumbnail is what the thumbnail is getting paid $3,500 basically just to talk to individuals and help them decide how to spend $1 million. Just think about that. Somebody paid me, the Rockefeller Philanthropy Group paid me $3,500 just to help an organization that they're working with, just to help them decide how to spend $1 million. There's things in your community you can be getting paid for. That's things you can be doing in your community simply by learning your community, learning how to communicate with the people in your community. There's always someone that wants to come and invest money into a different niche or into a community. All right, you got to position yourself to be like, okay, bet I want to learn everything I can learn about this community. Whether you want a consulting group or a consulting business to where you consult with people that want to come into the community like I do, all right? Uh, having that skill set to be able to know what the community want and need, that's a value placed on that. That's a value placed on that. Some of you guys listening to me live or gonna watch this on a replay. Some of you guys, man, just go out, talk to people, learn about people because you are a people person, right? Learn about people, talk to people, and you never put a monetary dollar amount on what you know and what you're doing. Good morning, good morning. What you know and what you're doing, and that's where you miss out. is we all do something in life that we're good at. The deep dive or the challenge, and what I'm challenging you guys to do starting today is ask yourself, what am I good at? And as soon as you discover what you're good at, monetize it. You know, bruh, you can be good at something simple if you're sitting on a gold mine and not know it. You know, you watching me right now. Let me give you an example. TikTok. You know, I've been on TikTok telling you guys to basically get a TikTok because right now it's easy to go viral on TikTok. If you go viral a few times, then you build an audience. You build an audience. You build a relationship with your audience, and then you offer them a product, right? If you choose to be an entrepreneur, uh, some people just want an audience just for entertainment. You know, just to entertain people. Me, my entrepreneur mindset. All right, no knock to them, but I feel like if you're in front of people, right, I feel like you should offer them something that to help their lives, to better their lives in the process, get paid for it, to better your life or the lives of your family. So TikTok, you watching me live right now, right? So you already have the ability to watch videos. Do you know on TikTok that you can literally just stroll through videos, and if they have a duet, you can duet that video. You don't have to say anything. You could just highlight something that's funny, or is it an educational point? And you basically could just put short messages as you do over that video. You know, explaining something in that video, highlighting that video, your spin on that video. Now you can do that, and you can get a following like that also. Simple. Just having the skill set to watch a video, form an opinion, and be able to articulate that opinion, you can monetize that skill set. You can monetize that skill set. But when we think of when we think of money, most of the times we think of a 9 to 5, right? Most of the time we think of a 9 to 5, okay? When we think of an entrepreneur or a small business, we're thinking of like a hair salon, a barber shop, or we imagine like what's up, Uno? Or we imagine like uh like a restaurant or something like that, a food truck, okay? Well, bruh, if you are an influencer, you have a small business. Because once you get an audience, you can say, hey, buy my hat, buy my hoodie. What I always tell you guys is that you're only going to go as far as your drive take you. So find out what you're good at. Find out what you're good at, man. Um, th- that $3,500 that they paid me, the thumbnail that we have up here today, that $3,500 that they paid me, man, isn't that first payment to me. So what that mean? That mean that this is my third time working with them. So within the past year, they solicit my help I want to say 3 to 4 times, 3 to 4 times. So within 1 year, that company, Rockefeller, paid my consulting company, which is me, uh, over $10,000 just to help them decide where and how to spend money. I just want you guys to think about that right quick. They paying me or paid me to help them decide where and how to spend money. So whenever we're talking about being an entrepreneur, whenever we're talking about making money, there's tons of ways to make money. You just got to know your value. You just got to know your worth. You just got to know exactly how to communicate with people and plugs, man. Fill in the plugs where you're lacking, right? Where you're lacking, bring in somebody to fill that hole, man. If you're not good at communicating, man, bring somebody in to communicate. Some of the richest people in the world have products right? But other people are the face of their product because they're not good communicators. Okay, they're not good communicators. They might know the numbers. Okay, they might know the projections. All right, they can communicate like that. They can tell you about the X's and O's, but when it comes down to being the face of a product or going out there and talk to other people, they're not good communicators. How many how many how many times you thought that it was someone else's business, right? You're like, oh, what he on that or she on that or that's her product or that's his product, and kind of find out they're they're not even the owners of it, right? They are an employee. They're just the face of their product or the face of their company. Okay, there's no difference here, guys. It's no difference here. They paid me simply to help them make a decision, help the organization that they get the money to make a decision. That's why I always tell people you got to be involved, man. Listen, if you're not, when again, I want to define community. Community can be a physical place where you live, like for the um, Rockefeller piece. All right, they paid me for the physical place where I live, Southeast Louisiana. So I'm the representative for Southeast Louisiana. Okay, physical place to where I live. Okay, now watch this example. So that's why they paid me. IPTV service providers. They pay me to do videos. Why, guys? Because I have an audience, right? And that community, the audience is in the streaming community because I communicate with people in the streaming community, and because I have a relationship with my subscribers, IPTV service providers pay me to get their product out in front of you guys. So that's the streaming community, all right? It's a physical community, okay? Where I live at. Rockefeller paid me, you know, to help make decisions for my physical community where I live, okay? IPTV service providers paid me, right, for to bring information to the streaming community. They pay me for my knowledge of the community and the relationships I have with the community. Now, in order for me to have these relationships, I got to what? I got to be in the community. I got to know what's going on in the streaming world. I got to communicate with individuals in the streaming world, right? And I got to keep my audience engaged. It's no different in my physical community, right? I got to go to meetings, town hall meetings, or read articles, newspapers, or um, even stuff on Facebook, like knowing knowing what's going on in my physical community. All right, having having that knowledge, having all of that data, then being able to regurgitate that data to members of the community, members of my physical community or members of the streaming community. That makes sense how I give those two examples. That's entrepreneurship, guys. It's gathering answers to questions, gathering answers to questions, and then place a value on your ability to gather those answers. That's how you become successful. After a while, people's like, hey, this guy knows this person, this guy knows that person. Why do you think people in sales always have a huge personality complex, right? Usually people that I don't care what they sell, they could be selling water, life insurance. Usually they are the most charismatic people you ever gonna meet, right? Because they have their psyche of like, hey, let me go out and talk to people. Let me make friends with as many people as possible because every person they encounter, they're looking at that as a potential sale. Now, over the years they build relationships with people, and a relationship is just a byproduct of my initial intention. My initial intention is to be able to give you something or offer you a product that I believe can help better your life. All right, the byproduct of that might be a friendship, might be, but the initial thing is, hey, let me see exactly how I can offer you a solution to your problem and be paid for it. You know, place a value on it. Tell you guys how you can make $100 by the end of Thursday. Tell you guys exactly how you can make $100 by the end of Thursday. Give me a thumbs up, guys. I'm about to drop some game. I use this analogy all the time. Give me a thumbs up. About to drop some game. I'm gonna tell you guys how to make $100 by the end of Thursday. If you just do these simple steps, I want you after this live, I want you to go ahead and search 2021 how to program a Fire Stick. I'm gonna say that again. I want you guys just to do a simple YouTube search, 2021 how to program a Fire Stick, and see what's relevant. Read the comments, cause some things might have changed. All right, just read the comments, see the recent comments, and make sure that that method still works. All right. Then, if you have a Fire Stick, try it and see if it works. If you don't have a Fire Stick, all right, then still just make sure you watch a couple of videos, take notes. Then after you do that, I want you to go on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever, or make phone calls if you have to, saying, "Hey, look, if you need a Fire Stick program, I do it. I program your Fire Stick for $35." And I want you to post that every 3 hours until you go to bed. What's up, Josh? I want you to post that every 3 hours until you go to bed. If you do that from today until Thursday, you've been made $100 or more, right? You've been made $100 or more just by watching the video and learning how to program a Fire Stick. Just tell people I put movies and TV show apps on your Fire Stick for $35. I jailbreak your Fire Stick. That what most people call it, jailbreak it, for $35. All right. I guarantee you, if you do that, post that on different sites and talk to people, communicate with people, go where the people at, and tell them by Thursday you have $100. By Thursday you have $100, man, or if not more, if not more. That case study right there can be replicated with anything. That started with nothing, right? Started with absolutely nothing, but just investing time to learn something, and then monetize that knowledge and that thing which you learn. That's a business, guys. That's a business. That's making money. You know, somebody said, "Well, man, $100. It take me all those days to make $100." You can make it in one day. You can make it in 1 hour. Just depends on your hustle. Just depends on the community you're in. It just depends on how many people you're willing to talk to. Which brings me to another point, very important. Don't don't go trying to sell cat food to a dog kennel. I'm gonna say that again. Don't go trying to sell cat food to a dog kennel. Put the product where the product is needed. So if you're going to use that Fire Stick example as a case study to learn, right, to sharpen your skill set, to see exactly if you can get that $100 by Thursday, okay, go in front of people, right, younger people, people that might have like a Netflix subscription, a Hulu Hoop subscription, right? Don't go try to sell that to uh somebody that got 5 Fire Sticks in a video shield and they sell Fire Sticks, or sell it to someone that got a flip phone and no internet, right? Don't don't try to sell cat food to a dog kennel. Go to where it's needed. You know, go to where it's needed. Typically, Fire Stick sales is going to be with people anywhere from 18, even sometimes it can be as low as 16, to around the 65 group. You know, because there's some people in their 60s that still, hip on technology or whatever. Okay, but I would say, I would say my demographic, my cutoff is usually around 55, somewhere like that. When they start to get to 60 and stuff, it's usually the grandchild or the son or daughter buying it for the parent. All right. But there are a lot of 60 plus people that's in technology. All right. Don't let the age fool you. So that'll be another example of making money is make sure you're putting the product in the right place. Marketing, guys, is everything. And when we think of marketing, some of you thinking of a big level, short of marketing. That's how you can get there if you got like a big business, right? But if you're a small businessman, you are your best promoter. There's no one that can promote you better than you. I hope not anyway. No one can promote you better than you. Guys, give me a thumbs up. That's why if you guys watch like DST, sometimes sometimes my little group, man, give me flack because they're like, man, Tech always selling something, man. Each time Tech come on the show, man, Tech always pushing a product. I'm my best promoter. No one is gonna promote me better than me. You always take the opportunity to let people know. Always take the opportunity to let people know exactly what you have. You know, we always, I'm talking about entrepreneurs. A lot of times we always get mad because we like, man, nobody wants to support me. Nobody wants to support me. Well, do they know exactly what you have? Good morning, good morning. Do they know exactly what you have? Right? Think about it. Do they know exactly what you have? All right. Yeah, they know what I do. They know what I do for a living. Do they understand your product? Give me a thumbs up as you guys come in, please. Do they understand your product? So that's why when I'm always talking about my video course, you can see it in the description of the video. Six Figure Journey is how I'm able to take students, right? That mainly the people that buy that course are people that's looking to change their life, people that's looking, right, to do something different. And mainly a lot of are people that's at a crossroads in life, right, that they need to do something different. So I'm able to take people that's down on their luck, right, and put them in a position to make 6 figures plus a year. I'm able to do that with the video course. Why? Because I came to a crossroad in life and I had to learn those skill sets that I put in the video to become, successful. When I say successful, I mean it's successful right now where I'm at in life. I haven't reached my goals yet in life. Okay. How to sell hotspot? Simply look, man, look, I said, man, people always streaming fire sticks and stuff. I started off marketing my hotspots as being able to bring it on the go. I used to go to bring my son to the bus stop in my truck, my work truck, and I had like a little portable screen. I had that had an HDMI connection, right? I hooked it up to the inverter, had a fire stick on there, hooked it up to the inverter, had some Velcro. Well, I hooked it up to where my old radio was, hooked that screen up right there, and I had my hotspot in the car, and I would have my cell phone, sometimes two cell phones, recording at the bus stop, how I'm watching TV, right? Live TV in the car with a fire stick from the hotspot. So what I did was I gave them a package. Look, I can hook you up whatever IPTV service you want, and I can give you this hotspot. Take your entertainment on the go. That's how I started selling hotspots. That's how I started marketing hotspots. Right? I remember being on vacation and just every now and then whoop out the cell phone, go live, or make a little video of my kids watching live TV, watching a movie or something like that. At that time, it was TV Zine, all right, watching a movie or something like that from the hotspot. Like literally, man, that's how I started off marketing hotspots, and then it just evolved into people wanted to run their whole homes off of hotspots in rural areas, and I seen that there was a niche for people in rural areas. And then I used my sister as a case study. My sister's in Mississippi. She was paying $200 or whatever for crappy internet, satellite internet. All right. with it, and after they use all their high speed internet, then they basically trying to watch YouTube in like 480 definition. That was a problem. I offered a solution. All right. So make sure you are promoting yourself. Number one trick to making money is make sure that you are promoting yourself. You have a good day too, Josh. So like I said earlier, man, I got a couple of IPTV reviews to do this week. Gonna drop two this week. Also, I'm really thinking of creating another video course on cryptocurrency for beginners, because I really think you guys should get involved in digital products. Bitcoin, Shiba Coin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, uh, Ethereum. I really think ETH. I really think you guys should get involved with cryptocurrency. When I say get involved, I'm not saying, again, I always say I'm not a financial advisor. When I say get involved, I'm not saying go ahead and mortgage the house. But if you could afford $30, $50, $100, $1,000, I don't have a whole bunch of money in cryptocurrency. All right, I have a portfolio of different coins, but I don't have like a whole bunch of money. So my total portfolio is probably like $2,000 that I have invested in crypto. All right, and I might have $100 in this coin, $100 in that coin, $20 in that coin, $50 in this coin, right? So I have a bunch of different coins, and the reason why is I'm learning the market. All right, I'm learning the market. I'm learning how to sell. I'm learning how to hold. I'm learning, how to select a coin. All right, I'm learning how to catch the wave. So NFTs, we talked about this about 2 weeks ago. NFTs, guys, is the next wave. Is the next way to start making money, right? Just Google NFTs. Like I said, we did a whole live on NFTs and stuff like that. Just look at how people are making money in that space right there. So, yes, you still have your physical products, all right? Yes, you still have your traditional affiliate links and all of that, selling other products or whatever for people in the digital space. But man, I really want you to consider to look at NFTs and cryptocurrency. And if you can learn that, that's the future. You can learn that. What I told you guys, if you learn that and have the ability to communicate to a community, then people will be willing to pay you for your knowledge. Think about it. If you get into that now, 5 years from now, when other people are going to be forced into that digital currency, right? They're gonna come in and they're coming in not knowing anything. They're coming in not knowing anything, and you can capitalize on that because the problem is they don't know, and you have these answers that you learned over time, and you can offer those answers to their problems, right, for a fee. For a fee. So I was thinking about creating a video course just on cryptocurrency, just on NFTs, just on the digital space. I might think about that because I was supposed to do a video course on basically teaching people how to publish an ebook, right, start to finish, how to publish an ebook, right. Even if you don't know how to write, I was gonna like if you like me, you're spelling bad, all right. Even if you have trouble with spelling, right? Even if you have trouble, your mind doesn't allow you to structure a sentence in the correct manner, right? The syntax of what you're writing of your sentence, is not proper. You don't have to worry about any of that. If you know how to tell a story, and most people know how to tell their own story, then the grammar and the spelling, that's secondary. So I said I wanted to do a video course for people who wanted to do an ebook or self-publish or do a book, right? I can show you how you can do everything from self-publishing to getting ghostwriters or to basically basically talking, telling your story, right? And then I tell you exactly how you can get that translated, and then exactly where you can bring that to get someone to correct your grammatical errors and spelling and stuff like that. And even if you want illustration, show you where to go to even get illustration or whatever, like a whole package. I was supposed to do that. The only reason why I didn't do it is because, again, marketing. When I would mention it, I wasn't getting a lot of positive feedback. And whenever I put out a video course, guys, that's a lot. That's a lot of research. That's a lot of time, and that's a lot of effort, right? And so you don't want all of those things to be for naught, especially if you don't have an audience that's looking to accept it. All right. So again, those of you that just coming in, give me a thumbs up. Basically, at the end of the day, guys, that thumbnail is simply just one example of the many ways that I'm able to generate money. Right? You got to be flexible, man. You got to maximize the things you know. You got to maximize the things you know. So when someone hears, all right, you get paid for YouTube videos, all right, because you charge IPTV services, and you charge companies to do product reviews, all right. Small YouTube channel, I do that. You sell physical products, hotspots and stuff like that, all right. I do that. You have a consulting company, right, to where you basically charge people to good morning. You basically charge people for your advice, okay. I do that, all right. I write grants, all right. I do that. I have my ebook. I do that. I dabble in the cryptocurrency. All right, I do that. Okay, bruh. I tell people you need at least. I have my video courses. All right, 3 video courses. All right, each one of them is their own different line of income. I do that. I tell people you need at least 7 lines of income. 7 different lines of income. Right. So when one business is not doing well, the other businesses can support, if you have an off month or a down month, all right? Sometimes all of them might have a good month, then that's good. But if you have at least 7 lines of income, man, you don't need a 9 to 5. You don't need a 9 to 5. And when I say 7 lines of income, usually people thinking they gotta sell this, they gotta sell that. Nah, listen to the things that I just mouthed off, all the different things that I'm doing, right, to get all this different income, man. And then every time I'm coming to a bad sell area, guys. If I cut out, just refresh your YouTube. Then all of those different products that I have, every time I get opportunity, I promote it. Why? Because I am my best promoter, man. I'm my best promoter. Listen, I believe in my products, and that's another thing too, guys. Is that whatever you offer, stand on it. Don't just offer a product just to make money off of it, man. What book do you sell for understanding crypto? Um, I have my ebook about when I set myself on fire. I also have an ebook on how to buy a house for $500. And if you go to Amazon and you search how to buy a house for $500 by Donald Bogan, Bogen, all right, or the man who set himself on fire by Donald Bogan, Bogen, you're going to see my ebooks there on Amazon. I haven't created any video courses or any ebooks related to cryptocurrency, but that's one of the things I'm contemplating. Is to just take a couple of days away from stuff and just really dive down and organize it in a way so beginners can understand how cryptocurrency work. If you was fortunate enough to be on my live last week, I want to say, guys, or the week before last, if you're fortunate enough to be on the live, I really broke it down over the course of a couple of days. What cryptocurrency is, the difference between centralized and decentralized, and why they call it DeFi. Like we had a discussion. Had my sister-in-law, all right. So she was telling me about how she was able to buy some property for $100, and I was like, well, how it work, right? And she explained the process to me. You welcome. Good morning, guys. Sorry about that bad cell connection. But my sister-in-law, she was explaining to me how she was able to buy. Cause that what her and my brother-in-law do. She a teacher. My brother-in-law worked for uh, yeah, I had froze up. I hit a bad cell area. My brother-in-law works for you know, a company that deals in petroleum. All right, but they have a lot of rent houses and they buy and sell property. Okay, and she was explaining to me exactly how she brought up property. Okay, for $100, and then she explained to me how she purchased 10 acres of land somewhere else. And like she just was like just pouring all this information out about how they buy property and stuff like that. And one time she did a YouTube video of how they was able to get out of the what do you call it? Man, what you call those things, guys? Whenever you pay monthly or yearly for a vacation space, it's time something. It's time something, right? Where you basically pay or whatever, and it's hard to get out of. So she basically did a video on YouTube on how to get out of that. And I told her, I was like, look, you have all of this knowledge. Why not just sit down? Timeshare, yeah, timeshare. She did a video telling people exactly step by step how to get out the timeshare. And YouTube algorithm will not pick up on you if you're a small channel, right? If you don't produce a lot of content, right? And the metadata, your tagging, your description, basically, man, the algorithm can be a pan in the butt because now it's mainly skewed towards big content creators. Once upon a time, YouTube was like TikTok where everybody had a shot to go viral, okay? So she got a video out there with a bunch of good information that a lot of people will not see. She got all this knowledge about how to buy property and stuff like that. I forget the name of it, how she was able to go to court, like put in a bid and then had a court date and wait. And then the court, the way the law is that at a certain time, beautification or something like that is called. At a certain time, you get that property, all right? You get that property. And she was able to get property for $100. I was like, man, y'all got rental apartments, y'all got rent homes and all of this, and you getting all this stuff on the cheap. Like you literally can sit down and write. You're a teacher and write an ebook or write a hard copy book and sell that knowledge. Or you can sit down and do a video. I edit it and all of that, and then we can discuss. I put it on my social sites. We can discuss like how the compensation will work. Okay. But that's just an example of someone that have a ton of knowledge that don't think anything of it because it's like second nature to them, right? And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, you can be using that knowledge and monetizing that knowledge, which can be another line of income, guys. Can be another line of income. It's as simple and easy as that. Simple and easy as that, guys. It's not hard. If you cook and you know how to cook, the first thing people want to do, I want to do a recipe book, but I'm not good at writing. All right, good. You still can do it. There's still ways for you to do it. You can outsource it. You can tell somebody else. You literally can get a recorder and record the steps, right? You literally can get on the computer and do text to speech, or get on your phone series and do text to speech, right? And have the AI write it for you. Now, when the AI write it for you, it's gonna have the spelling's gonna be wrong. Gonna have grammar errors in there, but that's all right. You just want to get it down on paper. Then what you do, you take what you have down, and then you give it to a human. That's websites you can go to. You give it to a human. You give it to a human, and then they can, boom, start typing stuff up. Man, you got people out here type, man, so many words per minute. It's ridiculous. Interested in the timeshare video. I have to see exactly what I'm gonna do, but I have to see exactly what her YouTube is. 'Cause like I said, she don't post on it, man. I think that might be her only video. I I would say I put it in the description of this video, but I would have to text her sometime today and sometime today. And know what I do? I'll tell you what I do. I find out exactly what her YouTube video, what her YouTube channel is, and either I do like a reaction to her video, or I post her video sometime this week in one of our morning lives. Right? I do that. That's what I do, man. Y'all just remind me in the comment section. But yeah, man, right there, somebody, what interested in how to exit the timeshare? That's a problem, right? And she's offering a solution, which could be a line of income. Which could be a line of income, guys. It's not hard. I know I keep saying it's not hard, and people are like, all right, I want to do. You welcome. People are like, all right, I want to do it tech. I want to do it tech. Listen, I'm not a millionaire, guys, but I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. Okay, I'm well on my way, and this is the mindset that individuals have to have. Number one, understanding credit. That's why in my ebook, sixfigurejourneys.com, the first module, it's all about credit. Man, it's easier to fix your credit than you think, and it happens faster than you think. Okay. Don't matter how bad your credit is, it can be repaired. Okay. The second thing is skill sets. In Six Figure Journeys, I'm able to take people with no skills, show you where to go get Google certified from the comfort of your own home at your own pace by watching videos and taking quizzes, right? Yeah, you can start right now after this live, and by dinner time, supper time, you can be certified, and you can be Google certified in several areas. All right, it can happen. You go at your own pace. All right. I tell you where to take that certification, how to monetize that certification, the platforms to go to make that money. All right. I also show you in sixfigurejourneys.com, that video course. I also show you exactly what I'm doing currently to make money and what I'm looking to do in the future to make money. Like I said, this time next year, I want to be into what is called subject to, how to buy homes from individuals without going through the banks. Okay. Basically helping people transition from their house, all right, that have a mortgage in distress, how to help them and then turn those homes into Airbnbs or rent them out or whatever. Okay. All of that is in my video course, sixfigurejourneys.com. Want to sell hotspots? Got that too, man. Got a video exactly how to sell hotspots. Believe it or not, man, I got a lot of people that buy the video that they're not interested in selling the hotspots to make money. They just want it. They just want internet for themselves. So, which is smart, because if one of my students sell it to you, you're paying a monthly fee. If you learn it for yourself, you pay that one time fee. All right. And how to start an LLC. I got that video course, how to start an LLC, guys. There's so many things out here, guys, that will help you be a better person financially. You just gotta You just gotta put in that work, man. Put in that work and invest in yourself. Go on, baby. Put in that work and invest in yourself.